Photographers are trained to focus. They block out noise and capture the essential moments that tell a story. So how can we do the same? In a world full of digital distraction and choices, how can we cut through the noise and focus on the moments that really matter in life? And in today's online world, how can football help us connect with others and fight the risks of digital addiction?
It's clear in my mind that we've never had a greater epidemic of anxiety. I'd be pretty confident that the addiction to social media, to electronic devices has played a huge part in that.
Digital addiction at its simplest is the inability to control your online behavior. Experts usually look at 4 different factors. First, they talk about compulsion, that you can't stop yourself. They talk about control. We also look at cravings, that triggers all around us are pointing us back toward this thing. And then finally, consequences, that even when those consequences are negative, we don't stop.
Jeg bruker telefonen en god del, skal ikke lyge, men jeg prøver også å være bevisst på å ikke bruke den for mye.
If I ever do get into a rut of being on my phone, I try and quickly snap out of it.
Leven digitaal is natuurlijk niet allemaal echt.
Mais je sais qu'il y en a qui en souffrent de ça, de l'addiction aux écrans, de l'addiction à tout ce genre de choses-là. Et je pense que c'est important d'en parler et de les aider, tout simplement.
Сега в днешно време е по-различно в съблеканата, защото всички са в телефоните си.
Only 20 years ago, smartphones didn't exist. The digital world was still very new. Without screens in our hands, we all communicated in different ways.
When I was a young player, there was a lot more social interaction. It was generally shared experiences, whether it was a game of cards or another type of game. And slowly you saw the move towards individual devices where headphones went on and people interacted less, which meant you didn't get to know people as well. You didn't get to know people as deeply. I think when you're part of a team, social connection and understanding each other is so important.
We must never forget that almost all of the digital spaces where our children enjoy spending time were not designed with our children in mind. We've pitted our sons and daughters up against the most brilliant software engineers on earth. We wonder why digital addiction is an issue today. So in 2007, we had the first iPhone, this device where all of the media was brought together into one space. In 2008, we had the invention of the like button. It caused us as human beings to want more of that affirmation. 2009, we have the first front-facing camera. So now instead of focusing on the outside world, we're focused on us. And then 2012, we have the iPhone 5, which is really the one that was mass-produced and started showing up in the hands of teenagers.
Today, clubs across Europe are starting to see the role they can play in reducing digital use. The formula is simple. If kids are outside playing football, they are not on their phones.
За Botev е изключително важно да учи децата, че спорта е много важен за тях, че колкото повече ограничим мобилните устройства, толкова по-голям шанс е децата да имат едно нормално детство.
From the Bulgarian Football Union's perspective, having them socialize with other children rather than just spending hours and hours on a screen and being physically active.
We know how important it is for children in order to develop emotionally, relationally, neurologically, to have physical play.
Когато е на телефона или на таблета, след това е дори леко агресивен, не се чувства така добре, както след тренировка.
Тренировките спомагат дори за нашата връзка с детето ми. Иска да сподели всичко, което са си казали. По-щастлива!
The beauty of sport is that it points us back to each other. It's a physical activity that points to physical connection with other human beings.
Grassroots football especially is about having fun. If you're outside, you're learning communication skills and team skills, and they're all things that are fundamentally good for anything you're likely to go on to in life.
We can all introduce some simple rules to increase our time offline.
Play sports and try new offline hobbies.
Limit your screen time.
Doe digitale detox met je vrienden.
Engage face-to-face with family and friends.
Set digital device rules.
Turn off your notifications.
Technology is part of almost everything we do. Adults must lead by example, showing that too much screen time can harm us. Spending time offline is so important, and football gives us the chance to meet, play, and connect with people in real life.
I believe there may be no more powerful vehicle on earth to communicate this message of positivity and hope in the face of digital addiction than football.
It would be wrong for us to assume that every kid thinks that they should have a phone all the time. I think having those conversations is really powerful. Because as adults, we do have to be quite firm on putting boundaries in place.
Y creo que, bueno, tuve la suerte que desde pequeñito mis padres siempre antes de darme una pantalla me daban un balón.
In mijn opinie voetbal, dat zou voor, wat u zegt, voor andere kinderen zouden dat andere sporten kunnen zijn. Maar dat zijn echt de momenten dat je zeg maar echt off-switcht van alles om je heen.
It can be quite like a meditative kind of state to just be away in the moment, out on the grass.
Aller prendre un ballon et aller sortir dehors, même si c'est pour jouer dans la rue et taper sur un mur, y a rien de mieux.
Creo que a día de hoy, pues bueno, el momento que paso con la pelota, sin redes, sin móvil, es el mejor momento que hay.
Find and use the toolkit at uefa.com/takecare.